So go ahead and open the link for SketchUp here. Start modeling. You might need to sign in with your Google account if you had signed out earlier, but if once that opens up, you should see your tutorial. Go ahead and open that up. We're going to pick up where we left off from the last video. Last I showed you was the importance of grouping. Remember, this one wasn't grouped, so I am unable to modify anything. They all kind of stick together, all the different parts. So this is important as you get more complicated. You want to be able to modify parts individually if you need to make a change. Right now, it's kind of stuck. You can't easily change things. So I'm just going to triple click that, delete that, get that out of the way. We're going to pick up with this guy here. Notice I have this as a group and this as a group as well. One thing to know about grouping is that it shows as a blue box. If I try to modify something here, it does not let me change it. I need to double click on the group so that the dashed line appears. This now allows me to get in here and make changes to my drawing. Okay, I could change whatever I wanted here. I'm just hitting escape to get rid of that. Okay, so keep that in mind with grouping. You have to have that editing window if you want to change anything with a group. Alright, so here we go. We're going to add some windows in next. I'm going to get my tape measure tool. I'm going to go over here 2 feet. Oh, that's 2 inches because I didn't do the apostrophe. So 2 apostrophe, enter. I'm going to go over 1 foot from here. Just do a skinny window. Same thing over here. 2 feet, apostrophe, 1 foot. Make sure you're going over in the green direction. If you're not, it's going to be something weird. 1 foot from there. Remember, make sure you put your apostrophe in. Notice how that's on the green axis. 1 foot, enter. All right, I'm just going to go up from this line, I don't know, 2 feet or so, just a small little window. So now, if I want to be able to push that window in this building, I need to go inside of my group before I draw my rectangle. Okay, so I'm in the group, drawing my rectangle. Right, like you see here, notice how it locks in at the corners, makes it nice to draw things with those tape measures. I'm going to show you a new tool called the offset. If I click this and I go to this shape here, I can drag out my mouse, either offsetting it inward or outward. I'm going to go outward, click, type in 3 inches, and there's my trim around my window. Same thing here, drag it out, type in 3 inches, and there we go. I'm going to now go and push and pull that shape. I'm going to push this back in with a 2, so 2 inches back, 2 inches back. I can also, instead of typing it, I can just reference this one as I'm doing the right window, and it'll take it back the same distance. Makes it kind of nice. So if I come out 1 foot, I'll show you that again. Do the same thing while referencing that surface. It'll automatically bring it out to match it. Kind of cool, nice little trick there. Alright, so that's my windows. You could add window panes and such in there if you really wanted to. That's good enough for now. Alright, got my windows, showed you the offset. The next thing I want to show you is called the follow me tool. So there's times in woodworking especially where you might want to add a route, a curve, a bevel, a chamfer, something along those lines. So what I can do here is go inside of my group. I can take my pencil and draw a little chamfered edge, and then go to the follow me tool. Okay, follow me tool, and drag that around the edge. Let me show you that. I'm going to hit escape to show you again. So select that shape there so it turns blue. Drag it along the lines. Notice that red dot going all the way around that line. So here, click again, and now I have a chamfered little concrete pad out front. The other way you could do that is if you go and select this top surface by double clicking it so it turns blue. I could then go and do the follow me, click it 1 time, and it'll automatically do that since I had that top surface selected. Alright, so a couple different options there as well. Alright, so I'm going to get out of that group by clicking off of it, and there's my nice little house. Next thing I want to do is add some detail by coloring or adding material to it. So if I go to this item here, it says materials. This is going to allow me to add different paint colors. It's also going to allow me to add different materials to make it look more realistic. Okay, so for example, I can go to roofing, and let's add a little roof here. If you're not familiar with SketchUp, you're going to think something's really screwed up here when I go to click this. So I want this to be a metal roof. If I click that, whoa, all right, it made everything the roof material. Why do you think it did that? It's because I had it as a group. So I just need to double click to edit the group, and now I can click and make that material the roofing material. All right, so now I can isolate each part individually. All right, I could go to brick. I can make a nice little chimney here. I don't know, something like that. You can be creative and do what you want with it. It doesn't have to match exactly what I'm doing, just so you know how to add some color, especially as we make renderings for projects. Okay, it makes it look a little more realistic. We could add some, window coverings. We could add a wooden door. Let's just make a wooden door here. Let's go and add some siding. Let's pick some siding here. This looks like siding there. Click these surfaces here. Gives you the idea. You can make it look somewhat realistic. Let's do a concrete pad for that little step there. Let's do some stone. I think there's concrete somewhere. We'll just do this. Is there concrete? Oh, asphalt and concrete. There we go. Let's do this concrete pad here. Oh, remember I need to get out of that group and go inside of this group. Add some concrete. Okay, if I click out of that group, I can just do it all at once. There we go. I could change it now easily. Since this can all be the same, I should be able to just click that. I'm not sure why it's not cooperating. Oh, there, because it's the same. There we go. You got the idea. You can play around with some different options there. All right. Not sure what's going on there. It's being a little weird. Oh, there we go. I need to have it selected as blue. That's why. Now it should work fine. It's weird. There we go. I'm not sure what's going on. That was a little weird. So maybe you just have to go inside the group and then select it that way. You'll figure it out. Play around with it. I'm not sure what happened there. All right, that's the idea. All right, so now I got your nice little window or a nice little concrete pad there. Last thing I'm going to do is add some glass to it. Let's put some glass here in the window panes. Once again, make sure you're inside of your group. Add some glass here. It's easy to forget even for me. That's done it a million times. All right, there's my nice little house. The last thing I want you to do for this assignment is to go and clean up these guidelines first. Just clicking and dragging to delete them. And then you're going to add some dimensions to your project. Okay, so this is really handy, especially as you're designing wood projects, that we could print this out and know exactly what the size of the main parts are going to be. So for now, we're just going to click from corner to corner and drag this straight out to the side. So I know that is 8 feet. I can click here to here, 8 feet as well. I know the front side is going to be 12 feet. All right, so yours should be that size if you followed the video correctly. That's one thing I'll be looking for. I should see 12 by 8 by 8. Okay, looks like that. Okay, you could add other dimensions. Really, it was just getting the idea, showing you what you can do with it. Don't get too crazy with the dimensions. I do want to show you the general notes. You could add, like, let's say you want this to be a copper roof. You can just put a note like that, say copper roof, for example. And there you go. All right, so I'm going to save my work there. All right, the last thing to finish this assignment is you're going to go to download your drawing as a PNG. That's just an image file. If you were going to 3D print it, you would do an STL file. If you were going to bring it into SolidWorks, for example, you could do a DXF file. There's all sorts of different things you could do there. For what we're doing, just do download PNG. That's going to bring up this window here. It's going to allow me to orbit and move. Same controls. It's going to let me get a nice view of my project. You could also just do standard views here as well. I don't like that as much. I'm going to do my own. You also want to make sure you can see all your dimensions in the shot. I'm going to do a transparent background, that way I can get rid of some of that gray when it prints out. And then I'm going to go export as PNG. So that's going to save a file down here. I'm going to share that in the folder, and this is the file you're going to submit for the assignment. I'll look at that and give you credit for doing it. All right, so hopefully that was a easy experience. Hopefully it wasn't too frustrating for you. Like anything, it takes some practice to get the hang of it. And that's it.